Hi, this is Helen with the Better Half blog. Thanks for joining me. Wow, I've been away for so long that I missed you all so much. I am back to share with you what I've done in the month of July. The 3 planners that I have been using, and I really will tell you that these 3 planners have stuck with me throughout the year. I just keep trying out different planners, but I keep coming back to these 3 planners, and I'm thinking it might be the covers, it might be the Gillio covers that keeps bringing my attraction and everything back into here, but it could also just be the Hobonichi papers that I love. Let's start on top with my budget book. This Hobonichi Weeks is in the Mega, as you know, and I love this one. I have all my cards that I use on a regular basis here. I've got some cash that I use. I have to go shopping for our dogs. That's where that's gonna go. And then this one is cash for my groceries. So I will be going grocery shopping, and I am putting $200 in here just because I am used to spending a good $200 to $300 every time I go to a grocery shop, especially the Korean one, because they're a little bit more pricey, and then I just start grabbing a lot of things that we need around the house because, as you know, I like to cook. I wanted to limit myself and just really stay on top of my budget, and so that's what I'm doing there. Otherwise, I use my cards for it, and you'll see what I've been doing. So let's share from the top. So this month has been crazy. I didn't even have time to sit and write down all my bills here on this calendar because that's what I used to do, write down all my bills, and then as I pay them or schedule them out, I highlight every one so that I know that, hey, everything's been taken care of this month. When it comes to the weeks area, I have been using it diligently. I am very religiously using this, as you can see, to pay off my credit cards on a weekly basis. I don't wait for the statement. I just use my credit card for all my variable spendings and any kind of special spendings, and then I pay it off on the following week. I schedule it out. So for example, this month has been crazy because my kids started school this month, and so there was a lot of back to school stuff that we had to get. So what I've done was all the spending is recorded each day. I come home and I just record everything. And then on the right side here is where I schedule out all my payments. This color, pink, goes back to all the pinks here. And I list out all the expenses and what category of spending. I don't list out the vendor's name or merchant's name here because the merchant's name, if I ever want to look it up, it's here. So Amazon, Walmart, back to school. This is all the categories that I'm going to be recording into my budget book. And so that's why it's important for me to put it here. This payment goes out of my bank account. I record it onto my budget book as so that I know in each category throughout the month, what did I spend on and how much did I spend? Did I go over budget? Was I under budget? And then also, how should I plan for back to school, for example, next year? How much should I have saved up in that bucket? And so this week, here are all my spendings for this week. I tried to really stay focused on no spend. And so we were cooking every day at home. I did go to movies with my daughter to watch Black Widow because I haven't seen it. She's seen it, so that was her second time. But so we did that, and a little bit of coffee on the same day. Kids had McDonald's, like a drink or something. House and food, pretty regular stuff. Order some Grove home supplies, and that's pretty much all the spending that we have. However, it is only Friday, and so we still have 3 more days to go and conquer and try to keep with my no spend or lesser spend throughout the week. So as I paid off, I write down everything that I spent. So this color would be these, and everything that I spent is written down here with the categories. And then I pull out the cash if I have the cash or whatever's in my bank account, and I record if I did deposit the cash. I record here what day I deposited the cash. And so in this instance, I will be depositing, and a part of it is coming out of my buffer. So that's how it's going to go. But I did make this payment yesterday, so it is $729. That signifies to me that I made the payment. So for example, next week, all the stuff that I spent this week is going to be paid off next week. It's very simple for me, and then I just pay it off and I'm clean again. All the spending here on next week is going to be paid off on the following week. So I've pretty much got it down to science when it comes to my credit card spending and with my variable spending. that's how I've been using that. Now let's go into my other Hobonichi weeks. This is my catch-all, carry-all, and this has been amazing still. And I have this little notebook here. You guys know I just use it for simple things. I just updated with a new one, and so here's a new one that I will be using. And these are quick little notes or anything that I need after the year is over. When I go and archive this one, probably not going to keep it. I'm probably going to let this one go, but I still want to carry some things. This is what that is for, into the next year. Going into this, I basically on the left here with all the stuff, I'm just putting out the schedules or just writing down quick notes that I want to remember instead of grabbing this huge notebook. Anything I want to remember goes here. And then any schedules that I want to remember goes here. It's not my full schedule, but it's something to keep me kind of remembering what's going to happen in the following week. That's how I've been using it. Brain dumping, nothing big. But it's basically, this is my main book when it comes to just like, where do I go to record anything? Here first. Then it goes to this. So when I am working on the weekly scheduling out of what I'm going to be doing, I basically go back into the Hobonichi weeks and look at my schedules, look at my things to do, remember projects, and I go back here and just start booking it all out. And so that way this week is kind of like a big view of what is going to happen this week. And I love it that way because it keeps me feeling like I am not going to lose myself and you know, through the busyness. So I don't necessarily check off things here because this is more for me to just look at a view. It's kind of like a big picture of the week, right? And then it goes into the dailies. And so the dailies I've been going back to my create time method and doing the highlight section, the task section, habits, reflections. If you haven't watched those videos, I'll link them here. And they have been amazing, as you can see, just really working hard. Reflection section is where I start writing down little journaling, as well as things that happen, things good, things bad, and motivation, anything I want to cheer myself for or encourage myself to do here. And all the tasks in the middle section here, habits and goals. Here it is. Okay, so this is one. So these are my habits and goals. And this is something that I kept up with religiously during these months and for the first 3 months, or actually first 4 months. And so what happened then was it kind of became a part of me and my routine. So every morning I do my stuff, and you know, cleaning, tidying, decluttering has just kind of become my thing at this point. So I'm not really going back and looking and recording what I need to do. I started doing that, but then I remember I kind of taught myself, hey, Helen, don't overdo things when you can remember your habits and goals. So I started thinking to myself, well, why am I wasting time writing these down when, you know, it's just naturally happening, right? It's a part of me now. And so I have been just recording things to do going into this week. And so again, you can see I've been very busy. So there's no stickers here, no decoration, no nothing. But I have been busy, and I am just keeping up with all the tasks and to-dos and my schedules up here so that I can always be on top of my schedules and not lose track of appointments and things like that. So that's how I've been using my Hobonichi cousin. Going into August, I wanted a new fresh start and a little bit more motivation and decor. And so I started doing a little bit of washi down here. Didn't go throughout the week, but I just had a minute to slap on some washies, and that's what I did. So going into August, I'll create some goals this month for finances, health, and self-development, because this seems to be the 3 areas that I'm really focused on these last few months. And so I'm really trying to organize myself with what I want to achieve as far as finances go, both in our business and also at home. And then with health, how are my weight loss journey going? How is it going? Am I really paying attention to the things that I eat? How is my workout routine going? Am I exercising enough? Should I be walking more? And then self-development, again, I want to go back to learning things. I want to learn things all the time. Every single day I'm learning something. I don't dismiss this part of my life ever, because I feel like it's so important for us to wake up in the morning and realize that we're not perfect and that we still have a long journey that we're a part of. And in order to go through that long journey with peace and calmness, you have to learn. So for example, if I'm dealing with my angry teenager one day, I will look up a lot of different articles, blogs, videos on YouTube to learn about how to deal with that and how to change myself, how to adapt to my growing child. That is how I have been using in the month of July. Well, if you have any questions, list them down for me below in the comment section, and I would love to get back to you on that. The other thing is, on Wednesdays or Tuesdays, I will be posting more videos on budgeting and how I'm dealing and managing my home finances. So if you're interested in watching those, look out for those throughout the week. Other than that, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.